Settle in and grab a book, a comfy chair, your favorite nook with Kate and Court. Yeah, it's the cozy corner.
Hi, I'm Kate.
And I'm Court. Welcome to Kate and Court's Cozy Corner Romance Readers.
This is a podcast for lovers of romance and romantasy novels who want to go on a deep dive into their favorite genre. Honest discussions and salacious details, giving romance books the respect they deserve. We are two friends, actors, moms, and romance readers who like a bit of spice and everything nice in their books.
As we like to say, you don't need spice for a book to be good. Well, you don't need running shoes to run, but they sure do help.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back. Oh, Court, you're like adjusting a setting there?
I was like in the, of course, because the timer goes and then my lights have to switch. Yes. Hi.
That's okay. I was searching for my headphones like just before we started today, and I'm looking high and low. I'm like, where the heck are they?
Mhm.
Hidden under the Christmas tree. I didn't put them there.
Of course not.
You know?
Yep. Almost anything I find is not my doing. It's just the little elves that live in my house that like to move things. And yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately, I
100%.
can't convince them to fold the laundry though.
No,
It's
that
just so
they're able to
frustrating.
avoid. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And laundry actually like drops me right into the book we're talking about today. So we're talking
Yes.
about Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. It is such a pretty book to just
Oh my
look at.
gosh. It's so holiday perfect.
Oh,
Like
I
just
really I
yes.
really love the sprayed thing that's caught on. It's
It's
so much
true.
fun.
I've really watched
Yeah.
that become, like, a really big thing from the last couple years,
Mhm.
and I love it. I just think it adds so much beauty to the shelves and to your bookshelf at
Yes.
home and going and, like, I totally get caught up in it. I'm like, "Oh, but I need this sprayed edge version because I only have this sprayed up." Like, so dumb, but when
Yeah.
you're in the store and looking at it, you're like, "Obviously, I need that version." This
Yeah.
only basically has a version, which is fantastic, and I'm so excited about. I love it. It's so beautiful.
Um, okay. So I love this book so much, but why I was like, laundry makes me think of it is sometimes I'll write little notes as we're going along. So I'm like, oh, I want to make sure I remember to talk about this or talk about that. And one of the things that I loved was, um, we're going to go back and talk about what it's about. But first, I just have to say, I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
laundry makes me think of this because she jokes about how she just leaves her laundry in the dryer for like a whole week and just keeps hitting like refresh
Yes.
on the dryer to, like, get the wrinkles out, but she doesn't really ever pull it out to fold it. I was like, "Oh
I
my god,
love
that's
it.
me." I actually
Yes.
have a load of laundry in the dryer right now that's been in there since yesterday afternoon and probably will be in there until tomorrow. Um,
That's what the wrinkle setting's for. Like, good intentions, especially in the holiday time, good intentions always, but the follow
always.
through, I mean, that's why I feel like laundry machines are so big, so they can just, like, sit there and
It's its
continually
other space to store your clothes,
Yes. Yes. Second storage
right?
area. Yes.
Yeah, because it
100%.
really drives me nuts when they're, like, out and just on the chair for a week. So if I know I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get to it or I know my husband's not gonna get to it and my 10-year-old's definitely not doing it.
No. No.
If I know we're not
No
gonna get to it,
world.
I'm like, we'll just leave it
I
in the
agree.
dryer.
I'd rather it be there than just in a pile and getting confused with my other dirty or clean clothes because then I don't know what's what. And then I have to go through it all where I'm like, at least if I'm pulling it out of there, I know it's clean. Just
Yes.
take it and go. Yes.
And so so then when Harriet's like, "Is this ghost haunting me because of my habit with leaving my laundry in the dryer?" And I was like, "If that is a bad habit, like, if that gets you on the
Yeah.
naughty list, I'm screwed."
That's amazing. That'll be your undoing, your laundry habits for sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. I also don't separate my whites from my darks, so it will definitely be my undoing.
Oh, I know. I
Yeah,
actually do.
I
I'm
paid
back to it again. I'm back to separating again. I wasn't for a long time because I just washed cold. And then my mom yelled at me at one point about it. And I actually realized, she's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Who cares? It's cold." But I now have some whites that I like to actually keep white. So I've gone back to like separating out my light stuff so that I can
yeah.
actually keep them a nice color. Now that I'm like functioning in the world and have older kids and could be an adult again when I go outside, I try to keep the whites a little bit nicer.
And I have to say it
Yes.
is actually necessary. Like, I did just ruin a brand new Aritzia t-shirt the other day, thankfully. And so then I had my first experience using bleach in the washing
Yes.
machine, and it
Yes.
worked, thank
Isn't
goodness.
it
And I
scary
was
though?
like, it was really
It felt
terrifying.
really scary. Me too. Like,
Yeah.
whenever after I use it, I reread it like 4 times to make sure I'm, like, doing it. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's because when we're kids, our parents are like, "Don't touch the bleach because it can, like, burn you," and go, but it has, like, big parameters around it for me, so whenever I've had to use it, I'm like, "Okay."
Scary to use. And then the next cycle of laundry I did after that, I made sure it was just like rags, because I was like, what if there's
Yes,
more stuff?
yes.
And then it like ruins, and then we're just go through, then we would just probably go through a cycle of like destroying our like few
Yeah,
nice
let's
items.
do the opposite. Right, this is why we don't separate. We'll just go full circle by the end of December. Like, nope.
Oh my gosh. It was very scary, but I got it back. So I'm very
Okay,
glad.
good. Yay.
All that to say, laundry is actually not a big part of the book. I just really resonated with that moment. Court, would you like to tell everyone, give a little synopsis of Good Spirits by BK Borison before we carry
I
on?
would. After our hot takes on laundry.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay. So, Good Spirits, it's a play on A Christmas Carol, a loose one, which, to be honest, when I first heard that, it made me feel a little resistant about wanting to read the book.
Mhm.
Like, it just wasn't
Yep.
like, do I want to hear about someone being haunted by a ghost of Christmas past? So, that's basically the setup. Harriet,
Yeah.
our lead main female character, she runs an antique shop that was owned by her aunt. She's a people pleaser by default and like to the extreme to her own detriment.
Mhm.
She comes home and all of a sudden there's a ghost in her apartment. This like super hot Irish guy named Nolan shows up.
Listen, he makes you want to be haunted.
I will take a hunting,
Yeah.
100%. And I'm not even like a mustache girl, and he makes it sound appealing. Like it's
Mhm.
yeah. So Nolan shows up to haunt her, and that's kind of the setup of like the Christmas past. But I have to tell you, if there was ever a take on Christmas Carol that I am willing to read, it is this one. I mean, like,
Sa
it's so loose, it doesn't matter. Like, I just love whatever this book is. I
Yes.
love it. Love it,
I
love it, love it.
loved this book so much.
So
Same
much.
reaction as you. I don't love the riff on the Christmas Carol thing. It's been
Yeah.
way overdone. And so when it started, I was kind of like, I don't really read the back of books these days. I
Right.
just like to dive in, and I like to go unknowing. We've talked about that.
Yeah.
But when it started and I was like, oh God, it's gonna be a Christmas Carol. Here we go again. And only because it's like, I know that story. I know how it
Yes.
ends. I've a million times. And last year at Christmas time, I actually read Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol,
Oh,
the original
wow.
one.
Okay.
And I loved it. It's basically a little novella. Courtney would actually
Yeah.
take you.
I have read
Courtney's
it.
the
I've read
best
it. Yeah.
reader ever. It would take you an hour to read
Yeah.
it.
I have read it a few times. I mean, that's kind of the point is I find it
Yeah.
so and I just know it so well. And it's not
Yeah.
really like it doesn't scream romance to me. And
Yeah.
the idea of a love interest being a spirit is hard because in your mind, instantly you're like, well, this can't work. Like, so
Yes.
it's a hard, like, little hurdle to get over mentally before you start reading the book.
Totally. And so then in this one, what was great is I'm like, okay, so he's obviously love interest. So I'm like, well, I guess we're not going to do Christmas present and Christmas future. So like, where are we going with this? And I'm like, okay. And then it keeps going along. I'm like, oh, we're doing something totally different. This is just
Yes.
like, that's where we started, and we're going in a completely different direction.
Yes.
And then for a bit, I was like, oh, are we going in the direction of like Ghost, like Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze? And then I got to have that image in my head for a minute, which I was very grateful for. And then, and then I was like, okay, no, we're not going that way. But I loved the way we went so much. I don't know that I've read this exact story before. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, no, I agree. It's unique. It definitely holds its own as its own unique version of this
yes,
story. And like
yes,
in the perfect holiday package. Like this book literally made me want to be beside my tree. I wanted my like hot
yes.
chocolate and Bailey's. I think I messaged you about that and like curl up and just
Mhm.
listen to Christmas music and read it. And like be absorbed in that world in such a
Yes.
fantastic way. And I
And the
just
way
it's everything you want in a holiday read is this
it
book.
really is. Her little cottage that she lives at in Annapolis, she's in this little East Coast
I
town
know.
by the sea, and she works at an antique shop that she inherited from her aunt who had passed
Mhm.
away. And spoiler alert,
Yeah, spoilers.
like,
Okay, here come your spoilers, but it's
your
okay. It's a
spoilers,
holiday book. You can hear
holiday
about it and
read,
still read it. You'll be
honestly.
okay. Yeah.
We know how all of these ones end. Anyways, but, again, although I wasn't quite sure how we were gonna get to it being
Could you
plausible.
imagine though if it didn't end this way? If this one had been like, and they separated on Christmas Eve, which they allude to the whole book is going to happen. Like, I actually
Yeah,
think I would have been devastated.
yeah,
I don't
devastating.
think I could have forgiven BK Borson had they not gotten their happy ending, which she always does,
No,
but I
yeah,
it would have actually been very difficult.
like, especially in a holiday book and a holiday
Yes.
romance read, like, 'cause and you gotta be careful around the holidays. My husband said the other day, he was like, "Why is it all the sad commercials come on at Christmas time?"
I know.
Oh my god, it's true, and then that
So
fucking
sad.
song, The Christmas Shoes, which is just like, I don't wanna hear it, I don't wanna
No, they
cry.
mention that in the book, I think, don't they?
It's
Like,
true,
why
they
does
do.
this song exist? It's just it's so funny,
Yeah,
like, they just your heartstrings are already on high. It's kinda like weddings, like, everyone's emotions are
yeah,
up. With Christmas and holidays, whatever you celebrate, like, it's just big and emotional, and
emotion.
anything can make you cry.
Mhm,
Any idea of anyone going without or, like, a version of it is just, like, tear jerkers, like,
yeah,
immediately. So,
yeah.
thankfully, we don't have to do that in this book,
Thankfully, we
which makes me
don't, and
happy.
Aunt Matilda, the way she comes back in the end, when
Mhm.
he's, like, in the waiting room, she shows up and she's like, "Toodaloo," and they're like, "Sorry, it took us a while to get her. She's recently deceased, and it takes a moment," you know?
Oh my gosh, I loved her. I do wish there was a bit more. If I could add one thing, I just want more Matilda. Her
Yeah.
Aunt Matilda
Love
dead.
love her
Love.
so much. And this was another place where this book kind of just, like, took off in a direction where I wasn't expecting it. Like, when Nolan goes back to, like, the ghost, like, office world
Yes.
basically to speak to his boss, Isabella, right? And
Yes.
and he's like, "Okay, what's going on here?" And he's, like, in the waiting room, and he's doing all these things, and then I was getting a little bit of, uh, oh my god, Beetlejuice vibes, you know?
Yes. 100% Beetlejuice
Like,
vibes in the
very
waiting room.
Christmassy and, like, pretty and lovely
Yes.
and everything.
Mhm.
Um, and I was like, "Oh, this is great." I was like, "This is really fun." I really don't know where this is going, which is, like, kind of mind-blowing for, a holiday romance book. I think we
Yeah.
know how they all go.
Well,
Um,
yeah, it's hard to like, it's either the version like Megan Quinn where you're just like, "This is off the rails, who fucking knows
yeah,
what they're doing?" Like, but you still knew where the story was going to some degree, where this one, I was
yeah,
like, "Huh, how is she gonna do this?" Because it is
yeah,
different, like, it doesn't play by the same rules because it is a ghost that's haunting her and a
yes,
human being. So,
yeah.
it's kind of a paranormal romance holiday
It
book.
is a little bit. It is, and then I love when we went back into suddenly so we keep going back into Harriet's past and keep trying to
Mhm.
find the thing that, why is she being haunted by the 3 ghosts of Christmas? Because only really bad people are, and she's so clearly not
No,
a
she's a
bad
great
person in
person.
any way, and she might be, like, too good of a person, which turns out to be, like, she's too much of a people pleaser, but, like, outside of
Yes.
that, I mean and also I always when someone's get blamed of being too much of a people pleaser, I feel like that's a little bit when somebody is blamed for like trying too hard. And I kind of feel like, you know what? Fuck off. At least they're putting in some effort.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll take that over just, like, being an asshole
yeah.
any
I'm like,
day.
how come
And, like
all the assholes like get a free ride or like people who don't even bother and are too cool to show up? It's like, oh, you're fine. But the person who's like trying hard and trying to make everything nice for everybody else is like, people kind of like look down on them. I'm like, oh, wow. Maybe this is why we have problems
I
as a
mean,
society as a whole.
to be fair, we are 2 people pleasers, so
This is why I'm
we
pissed off about it. I try
yes.
really hard and I'm a people
We
pleaser.
are
And I'm like,
trying, okay? We just want everyone to have a good time. What is wrong with that?
fine, you want me to be more selfish? Watch this. Which I do believe
I
it did
will
have a
not
moment.
hold the door for you. How about that?
Yeah. You
for the
don't want me to
4 of
say
you.
thank you?
Yeah, exactly.
Then I won't.
I will keep my smiles to myself and just carry on. And it's funny because there are some things I'm like, oh yeah, I can totally see. I mean, okay, so as always in romance books, the main female characters, as most, not always, but usual, the parents leave something to be desired.
Yes.
Harriet's mother is like the wicked witch of the West. She is
She's so mean.
horrible.
I actually
So mean. Like extremely, and
I
no
can't even
redeeming
remember her
qualities.
name. None.
No,
Did she
just
get a
mean.
name or just a mean mom? Like that's
I think no, she
I know
had
her
a name when
sister's name is
she got
Samantha.
but she got introduced to Nolan at the gala at the end. I just don't remember what it was.
No, I don't care to either.
I don't care.
She
She's
can be
mean.
for
She's a
she
mean
doesn't get
mom.
a name. She's the mean mom.
She cares about appearances. She wanted desperately for both Samantha, Harriet's sister, and Harriet to be lawyers, follow in the family legacy, present all the right things. And
Mhm.
Harriet has always fought against that. And the mother has always had a riff with her own sister, who's Matilda, Harriet's aunt. And Harriet, as a child, always got on with Matilda really well, really easily. They got along. And the mother's always kind of resented Harriet for that. And
Yeah.
eventually we find out from going back to her past that Harriet at one point was a lawyer, gave that all up to work at the antique store that she later inherited. And that's
Yeah.
kind of when the fracturing of her family fully happened, that her mom stopped talking to her, kicked her out of the house, and just basically invites her once a year to their holiday gala. And also her sister started like ghosting her as well, which the whole sister thing, I have to say, I thought a part of it was going to be that somehow the sister ended up engaged to Harriet's ex. Like, I thought that was gonna be part of the story of why the
Oh.
sister, like, separated, because I still feel like the whole sister thing was a little bit awkward and not quite fleshed out as much as it could have been, like that side story of the sisters not texting. So, like, she
Yeah.
was so close, and the mom is so awful that for her to just
Mhm.
fully even it turns out she stopped talking to Harriet because she was mad at her because she felt like Harriet got to do whatever she wanted by leaving the family, and all the pressure was now on Samantha.
Yeah.
But in reality, Harriet never felt like she fit in with the family and was just always trying to make herself fit in the mold to make everyone else happy. And that's the thing they
Yeah.
figure out together, and helps them to bond again at the end. And that
Mhm.
part's true. I mean, most things with my sister and I even are because we're misunderstanding each other, and because we
Yeah.
are different people and our lifestyles are very different from each other, and our
Yeah.
beliefs are even different, and it's always like a miscommunication and assuming something about
Mhm.
the other. So I mean, that part definitely holds. I just,
Yeah.
for how awful the mom is, I feel like, or I expected there to be a little bit more going on with the sister. That was the only thing that I
Yeah.
was like, huh. Or maybe I just made up in my head that Harriet's ex, because the mom loved her ex. He was a jerk that
Mhm.
basically tried to mold Harriet into someone she wasn't. She's super curly hair. He had her straighten it, wanted her to be
Yeah.
a lawyer, etc., etc. And luckily, she got away from him and ended up finding
Yeah.
Nolan, who Nolan, as a
Right.
book boyfriend, I would put Nolan on my book boyfriend list. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
an 100-year-old
Absolutely.
Irish fisherman that just is
And,
like a
like
heart of gold and then like loves her.
yes. And
Sure.
he falls first, like, he's so there
Oh,
for her, and she's kind of like, "We're gonna find a way to get you back to, like, get you to, like, move on in your, like, ghostliness to the
yes.
afterworld."
He's been
And
stuck haunting for 100 years and has
yeah,
never gotten to move on, and she decides that that's what she's going to help him do, to move
that
on so
that's
that
why
he
he's
can.
haunting her because
Yes,
she's the person who can
because
help
she's
him
not a
move
bad
on, like,
person.
on to the next, like, realm, and he's like, "I don't wanna move on from you." But,
Yes,
she's like, "No, you have to," kind of oh my gosh, and it's
it's so good.
just
His first reaction
so
to her
yummy.
in the pajamas when he's like, "What are you wearing?" And she's like, "Reindeer pajamas." Like, it's done so well. Like,
Obviously.
you could tell how affected
Christmas.
he is. Obviously,
Yeah.
Christmas pajamas. And like her need to always have candy canes in her pocket is
Oh my god.
so cute. Like, I'd probably gag if I
So
had
cute.
that many candy canes, but
I can't eat that many candy canes,
no,
but she clearly
she
loves
can.
peppermint. I mean, girlfriend is drinking peppermint tea in the beginning. I
I
I thought it was very, like, sweet and innocent. She's like, "Oh, my peppermint tea was obviously expired, and that's why I'm, like, seeing a ghost." And I was like, "I don't think peppermint tea expires and makes you, like,
Which
hallucinate."
is the point. They always like, she does make fun of him a little. I love when the ghosts are like, he hasn't figured it out yet. When Nolan's trying to find out, like, why are we now going to my past? Because him and Harper start visiting his past as
Yes.
well, which isn't supposed to happen. And
Yeah.
finally, he confronts his boss, and he's like, "What is happening?" His boss, Matilda, and they're like, "Oh, the silly man has not figured out what is happening yet." And
His
then
boss
Matilda's like,
Isabella. And
"Yes,
then
and
Matilda, at
Matilda,
the end.
yes." And then they're
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, well, he did die because he literally sailed straight into a
Sailed
storm."
into a storm. I felt so bad for him at that moment. I was like, oh, poor
It was
Nolan.
very funny. Ah,
It was very funny. But yeah, no, and so like going back to the beginning when he sees her and he's just like dumbfounded by her silly pajamas. And I'm like, sorry, I'm reading this in a pair of those silly
yeah,
pajamas, sir. They're amazing. And then I got really jealous of her Christmas pajama collection.
yes,
I was
she had
like,
quite the collection.
I don't have space for that many pairs. I just have like one pair of Christmas pajamas. And I pulled them out this year and I was like, they still fit. We're just going to go with
Yeah,
these. Like, we
we're
don't need
good.
another one.
Yeah, we only have one in rotation
I said to the
currently.
whole family, like, Bex has his pair, Brad has a separate pair. We don't match, but we're going for the mismatched disorganized. Listen, we don't separate our laundry. We don't match our Christmas pajamas in this house. I also don't preheat the oven. We're just like going rogue. Like it is full blown type B personality over here.
We're letting it fly, which is funny because you would assume you were a type A personality.
I know.
Certain things, but it is. I feel like you and I are just high functioning B personality.
Totally.
That occasionally it all falls over to shit. We're like,
Yeah.
why? Because we're trying too hard to be A, and we just need to live in that mess. That is our B personality.
Honestly. I can carry on type A behavior for like maybe 2 weeks and then I just kind of like self implode. I'm like, it's too much.
Exactly. I plan too many things. Too organized. I'm too stressed out about my organization. I'm not doing any of it.
All canceled. Where's the wine?
Yes.
This is what happens.
Oh, it's 100%. It's like in school, I'd
Yeah.
become a really good student for like 3 days of super focused, do my homework, study my thing,
Yeah.
get the good grades, like, this is awesome. And then 2 days later, I'm like, oh my God, I'm done.
That was too much.
I'm not doing homework for a month. I'm out.
It's true. It's just too much. I don't know how type A people do it. And then they like throw things away if it's not perfect. And I'm like, it's okay. Just squish it back together. It'll be fine.
Yeah, just mismesh this. This is okay. It's like,
Good. No one else cares. They're only worried about themselves.
exactly. And there's something innate about it because both of my kids are perfectionists to a degree that I'm like, I don't know where you're seeing this modeled because it's not me. Like, I don't even have matching socks on right now. Like,
Oh my God, that's
I don't know
so
where
funny.
you figured out perfectionism is what you need because it definitely has not been what's running our house. Or maybe that's what's pushing them that way. They're like, I am not going to be hurt. That is.
That's probably it. They're like, ooh.
I will be on time. I will be
Yeah.
organized. Strong career
Oh
goals.
my God.
Yes.
Right? Oh, so funny. But yeah, but then when you deal with like Harriet's mom, who's like ultimate type A in this
Yes.
book, and it's just like, oh, gross. And then
Gross.
Harriet's is like so sweet. She has this overstuffed little cottage that I still dream of.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing.
The house and apartment porn for you is a big thing in these romance
It's a big
books.
thing for me.
Yes. And
I've
I love it
always been
too,
like,
but I know it's a
ooh.
big thing for you. Yeah. Where
love
can
it.
I go live? Yes.
I'm like, where are we living today? And I love Daryl, the postman,
Oh, I know. The little confused postman.
and how he
Delivering
just
all the wrong
delivers
packages.
packages to all the wrong places. And I love him. I love characters like
Yes.
that so much. Like
Me too.
delightful, jolly side characters, and a jolly postman at Christmas time who's like frazzled and mixing up where the parcels go to. Stop.
Yeah.
That's everything. I'm like, this
And everyone
is
just fixes it behind his back. They're just like, "Look,
yes.
he's trying. It's
It
okay."
was so good. And I love how like he opens the book with us, right? And then towards the end, when she's just waiting for Nolan to come back, basically, and she's got that candle lit and it's
Yes.
magically stayed lit, and the door knocks, and I'm even thinking, I'm like, it's him, it's Nolan,
Yeah.
and she opens, and it's Gerald the postman, and it's like, no, but you're so cute that it's okay.
Yes,
Go away.
exactly. Well, but that's our people pleaser. We're people pleasing for her because you're like, not today, Gerald. But we're still like, it's okay. You're nice. Like,
It's true.
sure.
I'll get this package where it needs to go.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm only devastated. The love of my life has left me, but I'll take this mail for you.
And the way it turns out that he is the love of her life, like he was basically born 100
Yes.
years too early, or she was born 100 years too late. Like they were like they're soulmates, and they were born in the
Yes.
wrong times for one another. And then I liked in the book just how it was kind of like, sometimes this happens to souls and they don't ever get to connect. You two are so lucky that you got to find each other across this like century gap. And I was like, oh, nice way
Mhm.
to like pull this story in a new thing. BK.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, props to you. I
Yes, you got
really enjoyed
us.
that.
I a little bit. I would say I rizzled just a little bit with the whole him seeing her in the water and that cross connection of like
Yeah,
the
I
time
didn't.
jump.
I
Because
loved
I'm
that.
like,
I loved
I
that.
I mean, I get it because she had to go back to the past, so it changes it, and that's kind of like the concept of time travel would be like would always have that effect back in the future. But it because they're like from the beginning, you guys were meant to be, and so at the end you need to be. But I'm like, but that's not the beginning of anything. It was him dying, but then she was just alive. Like it was a
No, but
little
that was, like,
convoluted for me.
because I feel like that was, like, in the moment, like, as he was dying, he was, like, seeing the spirit realm because she was there with spirit Nolan, so she's, like, sort of in the spirit realm there. And so, like, as he's, like, almost dead, he's, like, in the, like, in-between spot of life and death. He sort of saw her in the water as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, that the way, like, the time planes were playing and, like, the spirit realm time planes were playing is, like, it's all kind of happening at the same time, and then
Yeah.
because they were both sort of in between realms, they saw or she knew
Okay,
she was seeing
because
him, but
she
he
was
saw
kind of
her.
like she was in that pocket of time, so it made her visible as like her
In
spirit.
between, like, the alive and
Okay.
dead and time realm, yeah, so I think that's where I was like, "Oh, yeah, this tracks," as, like, you know,
Okay. Sure.
theories
We'll
on
go with that. Sure. We'll take
I
it.
was in. I was in.
Good.
Also, we're talking about, like, falling in love with a ghost here. For like, we have sex with a ghost in, the thing,
I
which I
love
love that too.
I love that he's just fully a physical. Like he's a ghost, but he's a full man she can touch and have sex with, and then he makes it snow on them and like the mistletoe ceiling, they're like, that's just
Mistletoe
mistletoe. And
ceiling.
her like co-worker's reaction to it of like,
Sasha, she's like,
how?
"What is
What kind
going on out here?"
what kind of double-sided tape did you use? Like, how is all this mistletoe up here? Um
Oh my god, speaking of being, like, type B and double-sided tape and Christmas decorations, I mean, how many times is the garland around my house gonna fall this Christmas? I should have a tally sheet.
these lights, like I had so many plans to come in here and set this up how I wanted and make like a book tree with my lights and make it all cute, but I just stole my daughter's decoration from her.
I love that.
I
I
love
love the
it.
cupcake tree, but I
Me
would
too.
love to make a book tree. I've been looking at them and I'm like looking around my house. I'm like, how could I like make one? But then I'll make one and then I'll be like, where the fuck do I put it?
Well, that's the other problem. That's why I was gonna put maybe for our next one, I'll have it in the corner for our last couple
Right, like a cute
holiday,
little
like a
one.
little one. Yeah, a mini one.
I love the book tree idea. I saw a thing with like a book wreath and I was like, that's amazing. But I was like, that's too heavy.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of work. You'd have to like fake it. You'd have to like build books with like cardboard and paint them, make them look like books, and put. That's just a lot of work. We don't need a book wreath.
That's
We've
for
got a
sure.
bookshelf. It's okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Just
We're
got
good.
traditional.
Exactly. Ooh, oh, okay. So then I'm thinking of like stuff and like overstuffed things because at Christmas time, my house always gets
Mhm.
overstuffed in the overstuffed antique shop, which I love.
I
And
love
then
an overstuffed antique shop.
I
And the
also just love like,
customer with the horrible with the bird cage that she
oh my
returns, the
God,
music
in the
player.
beginning. Yeah.
But also, I've seen those people, like the ones that can't
Yeah.
understand when things are antiques or how it, like that don't understand. There's only one of them, and they're not perfect. Like it's just the what's the word? The ignorance of some shoppers. Like it's
Yeah.
just astounding. And BK captured that so well in the
Oh,
beginning of the book,
so well.
right away. It was great.
Yeah.
And I love her
You're s
coworkers just like, well, I just stayed in the back. I heard her, and I'm like, not coming out there. Like.
Sasha's like, I stayed in the back reading my book, pretending to go to the door. I was like, hi,
Yeah,
that's me.
that's me. Yeah.
Um, but I also just I love like dream jobs in books too or movies. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that like her job is she just like owns like a lovely antique shop and lives in this little seaside town who like is solvent.
Yeah, right?
Amazing.
So, I mean, yeah, well, and sometimes I get jealous of, like, when I'm reading them, how easily, like, the dream jobs work out, because, like,
Yeah.
obviously, both of us are the types that we've always gone for our dream jobs, and that's why we're acting and
Yeah.
doing this and reading, but it's always, like, it's just so much easier in books,
Yeah, it
and
seems
the
so
enjoyment's so
easy.
much higher.
Like it just la di da.
Yeah, like, how could I just get that kind of peace with it? I'm just like, "This is great. I just love
Yeah.
um, I'd be so bored in an antique shop. I like the idea of it. I'd
Yeah.
get bored real quick. Well, unless I read all the
Really.
time, but then it wouldn't be very profitable. So, yeah, it's not
It wouldn't work.
not my
But
path.
then I love how his broken compass winds up actually being there. And then he finds it.
Yes.
He is so down bad for her that he like hides it in the closet because he's
I
like, no, I
love
don't.
that. I thought it was going to be the bird cage, like when they were talking about
I
having to
did
find a
too.
talesman, which ended up mattering to his boss, Isabel. But
Yes, which was cool.
I loved that they did the compass and that,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
That was
that's what pulled him to
amazing.
her.
And then the shopping, and the dress, and that she wound up going back and getting the dress that he had
Yes.
picked out for her that went against the color scheme of her mom's thing. And then, I mean, okay. This is where I'm like, I'm so happy he's a ghost. And we got a little bit of that paranormal thing in there and everything because he had some magic. So, like, she had done
Yes.
herself a straightened her, pulled it back, and then she had on the dress, and then he just quickly was like, "Well, if you're doing the dress anyways, and we're going together," he's like, "Let's just tweak your hair back to the way it naturally is, and you like to have it. And here's me. Suddenly, I'm in a tuxedo, And then, like
Yes,
you said
I
before,
loved it.
they're having sex, and then it's like snowing inside on them, and I was like, "Oh,
It's a nice
this is nice."
add-on. Yeah, it's a nice little extra spice foreplay that I don't know how our partners would
I
be
know. I'm
able to
like,
bring into our life. But no, even when they wake up the morning when he's like passed out from too much magic, and then he's
yeah,
like, "And where's our clothes?" She's like, "Well, you whoosh those away too, and put me in these pajamas." It's like, ah, I
the
imagine they're wherever
whooshing
you sit
away.
them.
Oh my gosh, the whooshing away of the clothes with magic, and then because we've just done Quicksilver and Brimstone, I'm like,
Yes, and he can do it
need
too.
I now need the whooshing away of clothes magically.
Right? That's the next skill that needs to be worked into. Just somehow just gone. And what would you
Just
pick?
like no fumbling,
No, just an easy done. That's the next part. There was what was I just going to say about that? So when they finally get together and they're having sex and he's wishing. Oh, I know. When they go back to her past and he sees her the first time when she has her hair straightened and pulled into the ponytail because that's what her
Mhm.
ex liked her to look like in the mom. And he's just
Yeah.
like in shock. He's like, "What's wrong with your hair? Why'd you look like that? Like a what? I
Yeah,
don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it." Like you're you.
right?
I like you. And he's just like, no. Like he's just so you can just see how innately it's not her and how hard she's
Yeah.
trying to be someone she's not. And he just no holds bar like calls it like, no, I don't like it. I don't like this.
Yeah.
We should leave. We should leave this memory. Don't need it. Just
It's so good. I really love that about him. He was just all about her. Even when he meets with the mom the first time, or that one time at the gala thing, and
mhm.
he doesn't even try and impress the mom. Like he doesn't even he's just
No,
like,
he's team. Harriet the whole time, like
Yeah.
100% team Harriet, and knows.
Yeah. And
I
he's like,
love it.
I
Yeah,
have no need for you to like me. I'm dead anyway.
yeah,
I'm the ghost.
yeah. I'm a ghost. It won't.
You can do
That
nothing
see
for me.
the gala is where I expected her like ex to turn up, and there to be like a little bit of
Yeah.
a thing, and they don't need it by any means, but I did
No.
expect to see a little bit of like that little jealousy or like getting back, like wanted the ex a little bit for me to see Harriet with Nolan and how
Yeah.
amazing she's doing, and just that little stuff,
Yeah.
which is fine. It didn't need it, but I did
It
think it
didn't
was
need,
coming.
but it could have been there. But I also think because the ex didn't matter that much to her,
Yeah,
the ex mattered to her mom,
the
but
mom.
which is also, he could have therefore been there because the
Yes.
mom could have been like,
And that's where I thought he
invited.
probably would have been pushed onto her sister. It seemed like that could have been a way that this went with the way the
Yeah,
dynamic was set up with that family.
it totally could have.
Mhm.
But it didn't, which is great. And then I actually thought it was great. I didn't need him back. I kind of like where you went, like if he had been dating the sister, but then would have that been could that been too big of a hurdle? It would have made the ex-boyfriend too important.
Yeah,
I
and
think
we don't want him
maybe
in
too
the
big of a hurdle
family.
for the sisters to be friends again, and we don't want him in the
Yeah,
family.
and he doesn't deserve her
So
sister. He doesn't even deserve that. He just deserves
no,
nothing. So I'm
yeah,
fine with
yeah,
that completely. It was more just when I was predicting, like in my brain, trying to guess what was happening. That's what I
yes,
was guessing was going to happen. But I'm totally happy with the way it came together instead. BK did a great job.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
This is one of those reads. This is definitely gonna go on my yearly, like, holiday reread book
Oh my
list
gosh, same.
for
It's
sure.
also I'm gonna be gifting this to people because I think this is a
Yeah,
really I think that this is a wide, like a broad appeal holiday romance.
yeah,
I think it does
I
something a
agree.
little different. I think it has enough like with the storyline and everything has enough of this other stuff going on that even for somebody
Mhm,
who maybe wasn't a huge romance reader, I think they would love it. I think a
yeah,
huge romance reader is going to love it because it's really well done.
agreed.
Um and it's just a very cozy, like fun holiday read.
Yes,
But like with I don't know, it just had a little more depth to it. And there was something about it. I was reading it and I was like, I really, really love this book. It felt,
it's
I guess like you said, it felt like I was like cozied up by the tree with a mug of
yeah,
peppermint tea, just reading and just enjoying this story. Like Harriet, even though she had a character arc to walk, it wasn't one of those ones that was really annoying. Like I didn't feel like I was screaming at her from outside the book to just get her shit together. And I didn't feel like I
yes,
was doing that with Nolan either, where sometimes like it can be a little too cloying. They're like
right.
people pleasing issue or whatever it is. But this one was sort of like, no, she kept like trying to figure it out. And she even was like, I don't think I'm a bad person, but maybe
Yes.
this.
She was on it, and, like, well, BK Boris is one of my favorite romance writers, like, and she has a
Mm,
big, sequel to one of her romances coming out in the new year, so we'll be reading her again,
ooh, nice.
somewhat soon, from First Time Caller, but I mean, that's already her specialty. She's really good
Yeah.
at walking that line of, whatever your main female characters and main male characters have to overcome without it being
Mhm.
too in your face, like, that is a
Yeah.
talent she has as a writer, and it beautifully, moved over to a holiday story. So it works
Oh
really
my
well. I would
gosh.
say it's like a, peppermint mocha of a holiday book, but like a spiced one, like with a little bit
Yeah.
extra kick to it because that extra depth, that
Mm,
extra spice, which, by the
yeah.
way, Kate,
I'd say court. Where does this
where
fall
are we
for
going to
you?
rank it?
I think it's a 2.5 to a 3 pumpkin spice meter for me. Maybe a 3. A 3.
Okay.
You?
I think 2.5
Yeah.
pumpkins because I don't remember there being too much
It
detail if I'm
wasn't
remembering.
it wasn't like
It was
overly
great.
explicitly sex. Like it was very
Yeah.
satisfying, very good, and it had this spice, like, it needed this spice in there, like,
Yes, it had it. The slow
but it
burn spice.
wasn't. And again, I think this is also why this is one that I will totally be gifting to a bunch of different people because it wasn't so much spice where I'm like, "Okay, this person
Exactly.
might be offended." You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, it's just Can you
Yeah.
handle it? So yeah, it's a 2.5 to a 3. But
Yeah.
there was like explicit blowjob and explicit
Yeah, it's
blow, but
all
that was
I
kind of it.
I feel like I'm not remembering it clearly enough, which is what makes me think it's a 2.5. Like, I remember it. I
Also,
remember
she
enjoying it, but
goes
there's so
down
much
on him
happening.
first. Do you
I
remember
know, I
that?
liked that. Yes. I mean, he had made her come before that with his fingers
Yes.
and done
Yeah.
that, but yeah,
It's
it's
still.
probably a 3 based, and I remember there is some description of his cock and it being, like, quite well
Yes.
endowed, as we have said we
Yeah.
enjoy in these books.
I
Another one
mean,
of those, like, how is that gonna fit? Which I can't say I've ever thought. I've had, like, excited, but I
you've
don't know
been
if I've been scared.
you've
I
never
ref
encountered one like, uh-oh.
No, I have the other reaction. I'm like, "Oh boy, this is gonna be fun." Like, it's like I get
Amazing.
excited for it. And now I'm
Amazing.
just excited the rest of my life. No,
Yeah.
it's but I do remember there's some kind of moment like that that I did enjoy that was like, yeah, so let's put it, I'll say it's like a 3. It's not a totally
That's what brings
innocent.
it to a
Two
3
and
because I
a
do
half's probably
remember, like,
innocent sex.
that's what I mean. I'm like,
Like
2.5
one's a
feels like I'm
kiss.
reading people the wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
It's a
But
3.
you won't be
3 comfortable.
scandalized. I don't think you'll be
No.
scandalized.
You
And
won't
then
be scandalized at all.
if you're okay with open
Um,
door. If you're okay with open door sex scenes, you won't be scandalized. That's what I'll say.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and it has to be an open door sex scene. It's a holiday romance. I mean, or
Yes.
it's in the room. I mean,
I mean, we
you
can't
know.
go from the candy cane chocolate covered cherries and Megan Quinn to like a closed door.
No.
That's not what we're here for. Not with our holiday romance. We need a little bit of spice and everything nice. That's what
Listen,
that means.
we want to get excited.
Yes. Oh, it's perfect. That's literally what my mug says.
Oh,
Romance is nice, but give me some spice. That is
see,
our theme for our holiday reads.
it's our
That's what
theme
we're
for the
going for.
holiday. Exactly. We need some spice in there.
Mm-hmm.
But this one has like, it's like the perfect
It's perfect
amount.
balance. It's
Yeah.
a fantastic. It's my favorite new holiday read so far this year, for sure.
Yeah.
And I
Same.
liked it way more than I expected.
I
Yeah.
absolutely loved it. It lived up to the cover. I love the
Yes.
cover so much. Like, it's so beautiful. And I was like, please let this book be as good as it looks. And it is. And so
Yeah.
it made me very, very happy. And there's going to be a sequel to this book, which I think with the Reaper character.
Oh, interesting.
Yes. And who's
Okay.
only loosely mentioned when like Isabella isn't there to help him. And she's like, the Reaper got loose or whatever. And she's
It's
like,
funny because I had a feeling. I didn't know, but there was even when he just described him as like when he found Nolan dead, like, oh, for God's sake, and then like pulled him through. And I was like,
yes.
oh, there's something to this character I like. But that was all that
Yes.
was mentioned, and then the one missing. So that's fantastic. That's exciting.
And I'm
That'll be
excited.
great
So
to
like
read.
next year,
Next year.
there'll be the sequel to
Yeah.
that for the holidays. But I'm like, okay, this one made me so happy and thrilled that I'm like, all right, I can't wait to see like what that
Yes.
one's gonna be.
Like, I
Yeah.
just want, sometimes because we're reading now so much for this, like, there's times I'm like, oh, I have to read this by the deadline that we're
Yeah.
recording. But this just like, I just enjoyed it. Like, I just did
know,
not
me
want to
too.
stop. Like, I just wanted to keep going because it was just, I loved where I was living with it. I hated real
Yeah.
life interrupting it.
Yeah, same. It's like I have to go back to my book now. Leave me be.
Yeah, please leave me alone. I am reading the best holiday book.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was fantastic. All right, so
Okay.
we are very big fans of
Yes.
Good Spirits by B.K. Borison. I recommend it across the board. I think there are so many people who will enjoy this one. So if you're looking for a fun holiday read, do not panic. It is not
Mhm.
another fucking Christmas Carol. It is not that at all. It does something totally
There's
different.
not even really a
That's
Scrooge.
really
Oh, I
delightful.
guess the mom is the Scrooge. I'm like, there's no Scrooge, but I guess the mom is the Scrooge. There we go.
Yeah.
That's why she's so awful. She has to be Scrooge without getting her
Yes.
spirits. She's next on the list. I'm
Yeah.
sure she's going to get her comeuppance of past, present, future ghosts. And so he was kind of past
There you go.
ghosting her. There we go. I didn't tie all that together. That's why her mom is so
I didn't
awful. She's
either until you
Scrooge.
did. But that's what I liked. It's not like over the
Yes.
head with it. Like,
No,
it's not like
it's not at all.
bonking it into the SWAT that the Christmas Carol goes, that you feel like, God, is there another Christmas story that isn't fucking Christmas Carol?
Yeah.
we can
Oh,
riff
oh
on?
my gosh, because then her sister is like the other character. The other one later. Oh, okay. Yep, I see it, BK. I got there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Took me a moment.
Yeah.
Yep. Brilliant.
No, but I think it's good because it's not too much. Otherwise, if it had been so obvious, it'd be really annoying.
It's true. It'd be too
And this
much.
way, it's just really, really good.
Yes.
So yeah. So this is our second of our holiday reads. We have a bunch more coming at you. Also,
Mm-hmm.
if you follow us on TikTok, Court and I are both reading different holiday romance advent calendars. And we're going to be
Yes.
talking about those daily is our plan as we start. And I'm sure as the month goes on, we'll be like, so I missed yesterday, but here's 2 chapters.
Our B personalities are going to come out hard with this advent. It's already today, and I doubt I'm going to get to that first chapter today.
I always start strong and then just like fall apart and then like catch up by the end. Like,
We'll get there. It's okay.
you'll hear my first one today on TikTok and probably like through this week. And then next week we'll get Jumbly and then I'll get back on it.
I'm going to be at like
That's how I'm
midnight.
predicting.
You're going to find me in my bathroom at midnight reading the book. I'm like, oh, it said this.
Oh my gosh. So funny. But
Yeah.
if you want to follow along and see how well we do with that, follow us on
Yes.
TikTok. It
I'm going to be
should be
reading
entertaining.
the Christmas Eve story, Ginny Bard. That's the one I'm going to be doing. And you're doing I've
Winds
noticed,
of the Wicked.
Winds
So
of the
mine's
Wicked.
a romantasy one, a romantasy holiday
Cool.
advent calendar by Rebecca Gray. And yours is a romance holiday
Yes.
advent book, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think is just so much fun. My sister has another romance holiday advent book that she's doing, and maybe I'll get her on to talk about hers for like a hot second on our TikTok or something. I just think it's
that'd
such
be great.
a delightful idea.
It is. I love it.
Just
I
like,
think it's so great.
and
What
it
is a
also
chapter?
slows down your read a chapter a day instead
Yes,
of
it's
like how
true.
we like to blast through books so fast because we just
It's
can't
true.
stop reading.
And then
Anyways,
our next book that we're going to be doing is in a holidays, correct?
yes, it
Yes.
is.
There's a theme here. It's interesting. Merry Christmas, Filthy Animal was Home Alone, loosely based.
Mhm.
This one, loosely based, Christmas Carol. In a
Yes.
holidays, Christina Lauren's like my favorite holiday read. It's kind of a Groundhog Day
It
base.
is.
Like it's funny how they each keep following classic
Yeah.
movies and putting like another twist on them. So I wonder if that'll continue
Yeah.
with the rest we have lined up this month.
I know.
We'll see.
We will
Yeah.
see. All right. Well, that is it for this episode of Kate and Court's Cozy Corner Romance Readers. Thank you for joining us. Happy holidays. And we got
Happy
holiday treats coming at
holidays.
you all month long.
Yeah. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Settle in and grab a book, a comfy chair, your favorite nook with Kate and Court. Yeah, it's the Cozy Corner.
Thanks for tuning in to Kate and Court's Cozy Corner Romance Readers.
Executive producers and hosts, Caitlin Stryker and Courtney Richter. Producer, Kanesha No. Original music, Cassie DeSilva.